the Circle of Kings podcast, your home for scrapping and rapping and all things combat sports. Live from the 2-6 Vietnam and the Triple P studios, here's your host, BigFace.
Welcome back to the Circle of Kings. And you know how we get down, man, scrapping and rapping. We're an international show, and of course we are, but international starts right here in the 2-6 for me, for BigFace. It always has, and it always will. And it's my pleasure to bring to y'all what I see as a bright star in the future of the MMA combat sports, period, right out the 2-6. We're happy to bring to the show undefeated amateur making his pro debut this weekend, Darrius Nyquil Jackson, baby. And the Nyquil is because he'll put your ass to sleep.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
It's going great, man. We're happy to have you on the show, brother.
Oh, yeah. Happy to be here, bro.
So, man, I mean, we're going to dive right into it, man. First of all, you know, I've followed you for a long time since you was a youngster because I'm aware of your family and the history. Let's talk about first, let's get it out the way. This weekend, right?
Yeah.
Friday night, you about to beat somebody's ass. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man. Been a long time coming, man. Been waiting on this for a while. A lot of work went into this. Had a pull out about 2 weeks ago. Guy had the whole camp. Says he's hurt. You know, we would just focus on what we can control. New guy stepped to the plate, so you know, new opponent, same mission. You know, we're gonna go in there and get the job done Friday.
So let me ask you this now. I know the dude pulled out, sounded like he was scared, a little scary shit happening. But I want to say this. What do you know about, is it Zug or Zog? What do you know about your opponent? You know anything about him?
Man, he's been around the game for a little while, man. Watched me and my coach got a good little game plan for him. We know his strengths and weaknesses. You know, I don't want to put too much out there yet, you know, but
yeah,
I definitely feel pretty confident that we can get the job done this weekend, man.
Well, man, I'm gonna tell you. So let's talk about your wrestling background, man. I mean, bring us along here. You know, I'm aware that you've been wrestling for a long time. How did that start? How did that progress? Take us through like your wrestling upbringing, man.
Well, man, from a young age, you know, my dad wrestled, you know, and my uncle, you know, Josh Thompson, you know.
Shout out. Yeah, shout out to Josh, my man.
Yeah,
50
man.
grand.
Yeah, and those two guys, Josh and my dad, man, had a big part of me stepping on the mat from a young age and just kind of installing the mentality I needed to become a wrestler and athlete, you know. So big shout out to them. But yeah, man, I started around like 5, 4. You know, I didn't really reach my full potential till, you know, I got older, you know, got around the right crowd and pushed myself to different limits, man. I started competing, you know, I'm very transparent, upfront and honest, you know. My freshman year in high school, didn't really do great, you know. Had a losing record, got back to the drawing board, don't really try to make excuses for myself. I was wrestling 182 pounds. I could have told myself, you know, hey, you know, you guys are bigger, you're young, you know. Well, I met a guy named Mikey Vernagallo, who's now my best friend. His dad had a wrestling club, Wolf Den Wrestling Club, downtown Fayetteville. And, man, those were some killers. Mike Vernagallo, his dad, Cal Narborough, who, you know, helps train me in jiu-jitsu now. Charles Daniels, Heath Wilson, a lot of guys intertwined into that club, man. And we went there banged. Well, nothing pretty, but we got the work done. And then it took me to college and now making my professional debut in fighting. So I give a lot of thanks to those guys.
Well, absolutely. You have a fantastic supporting cast behind you in the entire city. Plus, you're from the East Side, man. And the East Side is known for breeding some tough individuals. You know, talk about the East Side a little bit.
Hey, man, you know, definitely up, man. I can't, you know, I'm so grateful for it, man. It's a different kind of environment. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's your cousin somehow. But, man, we're rough and rowdy. We're raised a different kind of way. But I wouldn't be half the man I am without it, you know. Wasn't sheltered, you know. I seen how the world was right off the rip, you know. So jumped off the porch young, you know. So we seen how it got down real early. Molded me into the man I am today, you know. Got beat up a couple times here and there, you know. Beat a couple kids up. Just how to make you tough when you get older, man.
Well, I mean, we all got to take our ass whippings in life. That's how you show and you grow from that. but that's a Ville specialty. That's some Fayetteville, Vietnam 2-6, whatever you want to call it, specialty. Iron sharpens iron. I also know that your Uncle Josh was a fantastic athlete and a decorated wrestler too. So, and your amateur career. So let's talk about this. You were blowing cats out. And so for all my audience that may not know this, amateur MMA is just pro MMA, but you ain't getting paid. You ain't in there with no headgear. You in there fighting just like MMA. And let me tell you, Darrius, 4-0, 5-0? Am I right? 5-0 or is it 4-0?
Yeah, it was
4-0 and blew cats out. So, I mean, what's your favorite? I don't want to give away too much for the fight this weekend in Dillon, which, hey, by the way, P, my man P, who's always, y'all never see P off the camera running everything, making all this shit happen. We're going to be in the building on Friday night to see this happen. And by the way, you can get them tickets down there. Is it the Dillon Wellness Center, right? At $40 gets you in the door. Hey, $600 gets you a table, and it seats 6, so 100 a piece, and you get a full buffet. I mean, you getting they cooking country food down there, so you get a full buffet, and 6 of your homies get maybe some teeth knocked on you, maybe some spit and blood on your ass. But I do want to get back on track really quick. I want to say I was impressed. I watched your amateur career. I was impressed. I think you're gonna blow right through this dude. So what I really want to do is we definitely getting some content down there, and I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna get the knockout on film. I guarantee it. I mean, I guarantee it. You're gonna blast him. You're gonna blast him. He ain't ready for that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man.
So let me ask you this question. Let me ask you a little question that a lot of people probably wonder about. Leading up to the fight, like this is your first pro debut. You've had these fights before. Of course, you wrestled before. What's the feelings going into the fight this week? And what's your preparation like?
Man, like I said, man, you know, I just try to dial into what I can control, so, the back outs and all the naysayers and even, all the compliments can go to your head. So I try to kind of have tunnel vision with all that and remain focused on the goal. This isn't something I just started yesterday or just jumped off the couch and wanted to do. This has been a dream of mine since a kid, man. So we've been at this for a long time. I take it very serious. I cut out distractions, no partying, none of that. It's strictly business, man. And everybody sees the glory of MMA, and, the backside of it, it's ugly. It's dirty. It's in the gym, it's dedication. It's missing, all your boys going out. You got to stay in, it's watching watching UFC on the weekends, trying to learn everything you can from the guys that have made it, So, yeah, man, I'm go ahead.
No, I'm going to cut you off, but I do want to ask you this now. So we're huge fans of bare knuckle here at the Circle of Kings, BKFC being major, like the major, what we love. We're at live events and we have a very special relationship with them. Do you see? So are you what type of fighter do you see? Are you more of a striker, or are you more comfortable on the ground, or do you like standing up? What are you more comfortable doing?
Man, my roots are always wrestling, and I always will be wrestling. I've dabbled in jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, and boxing. Hey man, as long as the check's right, I'll do anything. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it in my future. I train with, I stop in with my boy Doug Coltrane, just fought for a world title last weekend.
Oh, so, yeah, there you go. Yeah, we were there live in the building, so that's great. That's fantastic. Yeah, Doug from JoCo. Shout out to Doug Coltrane. Shout out to Redneck. Shout out to Redneck Mundell. He's on the show next week with Circle of Kings, the middleweight champ. We had to go up against tough fighter. And hey, it's not the end for my man Coltrane either. I mean, he's a promising fighter, very, very skilled fighter.
Yeah, man, he's a stud and he's very knowledgeable, man. He's a great guy. Yeah.
I will say this: it does being involved in a lot of the behind the scenes BKFC things. It seems like a fighter-driven sport, and it's super exciting. It's all the things that people love to see people bang, But I do understand that, with a strong wrestling background, that's not going to bode well for my man Voog. He's probably not trying to be suplexed and chicken winged and slammed into the ground by a young dude, by the way, who has and that's, we don't want to overstate this. You have a strong family background, a great relationship at home, good woman behind you. You got all the things we look for in a successful, and the whole city, 2-6, by the way, home of J. Cole, home of Afion Crockett, home of Dennis L.A. White, home of Michael Williams Jr., who's on this show with you tonight, the welterweight NBA champion of the world, home of a bunch of just superstars. J. Cole goes on and on, Bomb Shelter. And you're just going to add to that list, we feel. You about to take us to the top, Nyquil.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the goal, brother. That's the goal, man. It's a pleasure just being mentioned with those names, man. Definitely, Fayetteville's got a lot of talent in it. You know, a lot of people look over it and try to write it off as rough and bad, but a lot of beauty in the struggle, man.
Well, man, hey, I wouldn't listen. BigFace was born in Boston, but moved here when he was 3 years old. Been here since the late '70s, and definitely had my run. I'll say the city. This is like no other. So it's definitely an international city. You had the bus stop with Puerto Rican dudes from the Bronx, dudes from the East Side. You know, but we've been putting up with that all our life. That whole I'm from here, I'm from there. Fayetteville definitely puts you in a chokehold where we don't care where you're from. You're in Fayetteville, so that
sure.
you will know worldwide.
For sure.
So, I mean, back to that. Let's talk about No Fear Wrestling. Bring me up. What is No Fear Wrestling?
Oh, Fear This Wrestling.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yep. My bad. Fear This Wrestling. Thank you for the.
So Fear This Wrestling, it's a wrestling club based out of Cape Fear High School. We tried the business side of things, you know, me and my uncle Josh that we spoke earlier, tried Outlaws, Buffalo Valley. It kind of got too political, you know, it kind of broke away from what we were doing it for. So me and him decided, you know, hey, let's go back home. You know, well, really I decided. I said, hey, I need you to help me. So he comes in, helps me. He's got a son, Bladen Thompson, phenomenal wrestler, on his way to do more than all of us did. But, you know, we need a place for him.
I know. I watched that kid too. He's about to, hey, he might be world champ someday, somewhere.
Yeah, man. Hope so, man. But now we got a room full of kids, man. We've been going for about 2 weeks now, already jam-packed in there, banging. I just got back from practice tonight.
So no matter, I'm gonna tell you this, man. BigFace will tell you this. No matter what you do out there in the world of MMA, which we hope you rise all the way to the top of everything, anything you dream to do, the things you do that are important in this city, especially for the kids, man, they can't take that away from you. Those are things, man. I mean, you're helping the next generation. It's always good work, and it always comes back.
Yeah, man. My football coach in high school, Cape Fear High School, Jacob Thomas. He was
Thomas.
On. Shout out to Coach Thomas, man. He was big on trying to make us better men for after football, you know. And he used to preach a quote to us: "Leave it better than you found it," you know. And that really, you know, sat home with me. So even if, you know, my plans are to make this thing big, but even if for some reason it doesn't happen for me, maybe I, you know, mold the mind of a kid who, you know, never knew positivity at home, you know, and hey, he might be a star one day if I can just change one mind at a time, you know. That I've done my purpose here, you know.
Well, absolutely, and so the whole city behind you, the 2-6. I mean, we're sure that you're gonna dog walk Mr. Vogue. Is it P? Did you look it up? Did you Google, was it Vogue or Vogue?
I think it was
Zog.
Vogue. Oh, Zog. Hey,
Zog.
kneel before Zog, motherfucker. No, everybody kneeling before no Zog. I mean, I'm just telling you right now.
Nobody's doing this.
Nyquil, he definitely filling the cup up, that little plastic cup, all the way to the rim to take that P.
Yeah,
it's gonna be
Nyquil,
sure. 2 doses, and you're going to sleep, man. So I mean, just a shout out to everybody in your life. You did a great job tonight, man. Of course, thank you for being on the show, D. We're looking forward to it. We hope to be following your career. We'll be following it very closely in the future here at the Circle of Kings, because you are MMA fighter from the Ville. I mean, we ain't had one.
Yes,
you got us one. You nobody can fuck with you, and we with you, bro.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it, brother. Hey man, it's been a pleasure, brother.
All right, so once again, tell them where it's at. Tell them what's going down. Let them know anybody's sponsoring you. I know I've seen you running some, you know, ads on your Facebook and your socials. Talk to us. Let us know.
All right, man. Hey, Dillon, South Carolina, Friday, November 10th. Your main event, my professional debut. Man, fights start at 7. Doors open at 6. I'm gonna put on a show, guys. I don't want to leak. I don't want to leak too much out there, but I promise it's gonna be worth it to come out there. You buy the tickets, tell them, hey, I'm for my boy Darrius, you know, and man, like I said, man, I promise I'm gonna put on a show out there for you guys. And as far as sponsorship goes, man, I got my boys Canadip. They're awesome, bro.
Nice.
CBD products. Neutral Zone, my first sponsor ever. They're a CBD company as well. They have muscle rub wipes, all you can do. They were the first people to ever sponsor me before I even had a fight.
Nice.
All American Auto, buy your trucks out there, man. That's where you need to go. We the best construction, man. Fayetteville and surrounding areas, they gonna get you right. Oakwood Homes, you need a double wide, single wide, modular home. Come see us where I work. And yeah, man, that's about it. If I forgot you, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, no, I want to shout out a couple people, man. I just can't
Yeah,
end
do
it
your
on
thing.
that, man. Just a
Do
couple
it, man.
people. First and foremost, I'm a godly man. I want to thank God for everything I do. For everything He does for me. Apologize. Second of all, my fiance, man, she's dealing with a lot of health issues post COVID and stuff. She's been awesome this whole time. Support her. She, MMA scares the shit out of her, but she's been supportive the whole time. My friends, family, all y'all, man, they're awesome. You guys, Circle Kings, man, Jay Haas, my boy Matt, David Lamright, all you guys helped get me into the sport, man. I can't be grateful enough, man. So thank all you guys. And if I miss your name, I'm sorry. So many names, so many people had a hand in this. But shout out to everybody had a hand in this, man.
Well, man, hey, Darrius, we appreciate you being on the show, and we'll, of course, bring you on in the future. We'll see you live Friday night down in Dillon. I mean, we're going to be loud and proud and on some type shit, because that's what we
Let's
do
do
here.
it, baby. Let's do it.
So
Let's
big
do
ups,
it,
man. Thanks, Darrius,
right,
man.
baby.
We'll see you down the road, man. Hey, holla back.
All right, and baby. All right, boys.
So there you had the Circle of Kings, man. Fayetteville's own Darrius Nyquil Jackson, undefeated amateur MMA, and going to his pro debut this weekend, November 10th, Friday, while we going live here tonight in Dillon. So once again, man, you here. We scrapping and rapping. We giving you the best of both worlds, man. What goes better together than knocking your teeth out to some good old-fashioned 2-6 hip-hop? Circle of Kings, man. That's what we do.